Hey guys, today I'll be talking about 7 Days to Die. I'll be showing how to start off and get your whole world together. So let's start by like the basics. Where you start usually anywhere from here, the Iceland. You may start in the a few other zones, the sand area, the sand biome. You might start in the regular like grassy biome, and yeah. So you can go around when you usually start. There's usually a house and some stuff outside. And yeah, so like here's the start. Just doing some stuff around, getting some materials. And yeah, this is how you start. You have all your stuff around. You can usually find a bunch of stuff here, like maybe some weapons or anything from there. You may be able to even find guns if you're really lucky, but I've only found one once. And when you go in a house, it's like your standard war house. After the war, it's kind of broken down. It's got like some ash things laying around, holes, broken stuff. And then in every house, there's always like a little metal block, where if you look just on the edge of it, there's a special hidden bag, which I recommend for everybody to check, because there can be like rare stuff in there. Yeah, so let's see what I got. Oh yes. Yes, please. So I got a nice light. It's an attachment onto any gun. You can attach it onto any gun, and it also provides a light source instead of your torch, because your torch I'm pretty sure will run out after time. And it doesn't provide a long range light. It's just a little circle around you, the torch at night. No, the fire thing, whatever it's called. Sorry. But the torch, it's a very long range one, so yeah, it goes long. And so after this, one tip that I'd always give to anyone is never stay in this biome ever. It is one of the worst biomes. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh my jeez. So for some reason we found a glitch zombie. Jesus Christ. Let's get one. So this is what a zombie looks like. Kind of glitched in the corner here. So here it is. So zombie looks like a pretty normal zombie. Guy infected. Everything's like big, old rugged clothes. You can also kill him by just looking at him. And now I've killed him. And usually when you search them, they might have something on them. And yeah. So the whole thing of 7 Days to Die is to actually survive the 7th day. So you have about 7 days to survive. When you get this on anything, you can really change the time of a day. So my time for a day is set about an hour right now, but you can change that to about 2 hours. So that's a decent amount of time. So now I'm just gonna walk down the hill. So by the way, you can see a little house there, like a little shop area there. If you're new, I wouldn't recommend. Like if you just started, I would not recommend going there. Like you at least need to have a decent leveled weapon. I'll explain what that means later to actually go there, because when you go there, there'll be a bunch of zombies and you will die. I always end up dying there, and that's my usually time of dying. So yeah, so you can it's like the normal survival game, hit trees, get wood, build other stuff, and go on like that. So now I'm going to get some materials. Yeah, I'm just going to collect some unusual stuff, just some normal stuff. It's not that hard. And yeah, you can go to your building as well. There's a bunch of building things. There's harder and easier things to build. So this is like where you can find all your hammers, your pickaxes and picks. And this is the one that I'm trying to make. Just a starter pick. Really easy. And so the easiest way to really find rock, like if you just want to go like really quick, you can usually just bash a rock. It will take a bit, but instead of looking around for like little rocks around, which I really don't like doing a lot, because it kind of makes me spastic. But so yeah, so after I've done this, you go back to the menu and then you just press craft. It will take an amount of time to craft, and then if you want to just quick put it into your inventory, you can shift click and it will go right into your inventory bar. And then you can just destroy stuff. As you see, I'm getting all these types of stuff, not just rocks, some white stuff and some like gray, some reddish gray stuff. The reddish gray stuff that's obviously iron scraps, which you can like scrap down to make it into like just normal iron. The white stuff is like something to do with gunpowder. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I will tell you later. So yeah, just a normal tree. Let's go down, just skip a bit, just to make it go a bit faster. But yeah, so here we go. Just keep bashing this tree. Wait for it to destroy, because you get a decent amount of wood from bashing one tree. This is like a decent tree, 1000. There's big ones and there's like small ones. So if you see that little tree next to this big tree that you can see in the corner of the view, it's like a little teeny tiny tree over there. It's a teeny tiny tree. It's got a lot of leaves. That's the one. It only has about 300 lives max. And yeah, so here's the upgrading menu. You've got all your upgrading stuff. You've got all these menus you can upgrade with. It's all these bunch of menus. So it's really a good game because you can actually upgrade. I usually like going for like the blunt weapons. So that's usually one use mode because the sharp weapons you won't get much, and blunt weapons just upgrade like your bat. And then I also like upgrading this radio. This is like your mining area. You can upgrade your mining speed, your destroying speed, and all that. So it's a really fun game because it's got a ginormous variety. If you get it on the computer, you can find NPCs. There is a few of them. They are kind of fun. You can sell and buy stuff from them. But there's a whole ginormous variety of stuff in this game. But I usually I like playing just to start up, just to get good and build a house, survive the 7th day. Because the 7th day won't actually stop. I'm just saying that right now. It won't stop. It won't ever stop. It will just keep going on until like forever. You can be at like day 700 and you still have the zombie waves. But just to get a lot harder. And you will encounter new zombies each new wave you come up on. So once you get to about wave 50, I think it's 52 it is, or 49. Once you get to about 49, you be versing bosses. They're like policemen, you be versing some kind of alien, which I've actually had a lot of trouble versing the aliens because they kind of piss me off because they have a lot of health. And on the 7th day, all zombies run at all times of the day. So that's like pretty hard. So I'm just gonna find where a good place to build a house is. So now I'm just giving you I'm gonna zoom in at the actual thing. So there, if I'm zooming in, there you go. That's how it actually looks. It's like a pretty big area, but not that big. You can find decent stuff in there, but like I mean, you can't just find like a random gun in there. It's very rare when you start up. When you get better, well, obviously it's not that hard. So yeah. So by the way, this is my first video. Don't hate. Be nice. And so now I'm going to craft some stuff. You can craft a whole bunch of stuff. You can craft like regular frames made out of wood. You can craft different styles of it, like a slope, that's like a ramp. Usually most people just use it for the roof. And you can also make it out of metal, which is a lot more which survives a lot more. But I usually just use the wood ones because they're a lot easier to make and they're a lot cheaper. And you can actually upgrade from the wood higher. So you start from the wood and you can actually upgrade it. So now these are like regular trees. These have about 15 health each. These are the very small ones. They're 15 health each. So you can just one-shot them. And after this, I'm gonna make another one. Mine started at level 25. I think that's kind of a glitch. I don't know why, but yours usually start at level 1, 2, 3. You won't start at a high level. Sorry, because I've played this game for a while. You will not start at a high level. You start at 1 or 2. And then each time you upgrade, you'll move up. And if you repair your weapon, it will actually decrease it by 1, but it will still stay. And these are bird's nests. Bird's nests are most commonly used to find feathers. Feathers are used to make arrows, which is a really good use of your time because it will help. But yeah, so I'm playing on Steam, if you want to know. So it's not that expensive on Steam, but you know, kind of steals a bit of money. Here's a small tree. It only has about 300 life. And the big trees, they come in varieties from a lot of health to like minimum health is 300 per tree to have. So that's like the basics. So after this, I'm gonna make some more frames. So then I can actually start off my house. Because, you know, they're hard to build houses. This one's like about 600. That's like the middle rate of all the things. Because just like 15 is the lowest for those little tiny sticks. 30 is the second lowest. 600 middle. 1,000 is the second highest, and 1,200 I'm pretty sure is the highest of all of them that I've ever found. So that's just like a decent amount you can start off with. It should really help. So I'm gonna actually try and make some more things because when you start up your house, you probably need a lot of them. And yeah, so I'm just probably gonna start building my house somewhere. I'm first gonna get some more wood because wood is always good to have. Because it's useful. It's a useful thing. You'll use it throughout your most of the game. Because it's used for like most of your handles, to start your building. Because later in the game, when you actually get a lot of wood, you'll be making spikes. And spikes are the very good ones are made out of wood. And they actually do a bunch of damage. And yeah. So I think I might be a bit more wood and yeah, a bit more wood because I need some. And so that's the whole point of this game. It's just to start up, get good, and then like do better. Because you start up, you really are kind of. When you start with a decent amount of stuff, you start with some food, some water, just a regular torch, and some other stuff. So that's not bad. And you also start with a life pack. That's not actually too bad. Yeah, so one of the first things you'd like to do is probably get wood and make some stone and some plant fiber and start making your first axe. Because once you make that, the game will be a lot easier. It'll be easier to like take down stuff and so yeah, that's the easiest. If you've seen this little green thing right in the corner of my screen, at the top right corner, you see that little green thing? That's just a regular crafting menu. Like that's just a regular thing you have to do. And so now we're starting with the house. And that just changes the name of the house. So I'm just gonna build a jungle with 9x9 cube. No, it's not jungle, it's just 9x9 cube. This is just a regular house I built. This is only survive like the first 9x9 cube. I'm usually just doing a big tall house because I best stuff. COD. I wouldn't like to be that guy, and yeah, so now I've actually lost my axe. Oh, there it is. Because if you press on the computer, I just accidentally pressed G, and G is like the drop thing. So here's how an axe actually looks in the game. It's a pretty standard axe, pretty standard graphics. It's not actually bad. It's pretty good looking axe that they've actually added into the game. So, oh yes, I'm not yes. That's awesome. So yeah, now, after you get all this stuff, you have these little achievements in the top right, which I mentioned earlier. Those achievements lead you to like better achievements and tell you what to do in the game to start up. But they don't really help you much, because the first thing you don't want to do ever is build a bed. Don't do that. I am not joking. Don't build a bed. It's not a good idea because one, there's no point. Is the bed, all it does, if you place it down, it's like a spawn point, which I don't think is pretty good. And like here on the left, you have like all your menus and all that good stuff. So you can have like a bunch of like things about you. You know how much food you have, and water in your system, and your wellness, is how much life you have. The starting life is 100, and the max is about 200, which you can get that through upgrading. It shows you as well how much you traveled, how much you've killed, and what you've done. So yeah. Now, let's get back to the house. I'm going to try and finish upgrading a bunch of stuff. And then after that, I'll tell you what you should normally do I'll tell you what you normally have to do this. Is you should probably put a door on the front. After you finish upgrading and everything, you should put a door on the front. And then put a ladder to go up and on top of this. Because then if some zombies come, they can't climb. Because they'll have to break into your actual place to climb up, which zombies usually don't do if it's not like a hard night. The only night that you have to be really worried about and you actually need to be really prepared for is the 7th night. Because I've actually lost a ton of games that night. Because the zombies, they just come, like a bunch of zombies at once, and they all just wreck through your entire house. Which, I usually get a bit annoyed about that. I don't know why it's like the 7th day, but, well, you know, it is what it is. I use 1,200. This is a 1,200 tree. So yeah, if you see that little blue thing at the bottom, that's like your running ability and how much strength you have. So if you try and do like everything at once, like by hitting, like completely going for like an hour and trying to destroy trees, you can do that, but it will take you a while to do that. Because it's not easy to just destroy a bunch of trees. It actually takes forever. I'm saying that. Because you need to have like it max, because when it's max, it destroys the trees a lot easier. Because you can do, it's like how much damage you do per hit. And if it's like saying it's like 0, when you hit a tree, you'll do like only like about, I think 5 or 6 or 7 damage. About 100 to 90 or 80, you'll do about 25. So that's a decent amount, saying that. Other than the red, as you can see, that's my life. Yeah, so this is what this game's about. Build, upgrade, get better. And there's also supply drops, which is a useful thing when starting up. Because I've always liked the airdrops. They always help me out. Because when you're just starting, like, you know, it's kind of hard to start from nothing and build an entire ginormous house. So now let's build a door. Let's see if I have enough wood. Yep, I do. So yeah, here's a nice door, just like a regular plain old door. Let's show you. So it's just a regular plain old door. It's like it's the door you can look through. It's a nice door. It's not really good at protecting, and you can also change where it is, like where the placement of the door is. You see, when you upgrade to the first thing, it just puts some wood on it, and then the second upgrade is like a metal upgrade. And your whole thing gets metallized, and that has about 300 protection. So that's not bad. I'd say that's like an average. If you're wondering what the next level is, I'm pretty sure it's reinforced iron or something, and you need the forge for that. I'll explain what that is later in like another episode. But so the next door's like got a lot more health. I think it's got about 1,000. So that's a good door. This door's not bad when you're starting out. I usually like going up with my houses, not down, because down, when I usually do that, that's always like when I'm good, or when I get a lot more stuff. Because if you want to do that, you'd probably need like a decent shovel. Because if you just have a little like stone shovel, you won't get anything done. And see as well with this, you can change where it is. So that's a decent. See, this thing has a decent amount of tough stuff you can do. See here, I'm at the top. It's really easy to build this stuff. It is like your normal crafting, just like your basic crafting. When you get better, you'll have like more advanced crafting. When you jump off this height, nothing will happen. I'm not saying anything bad will happen, but if you jump off a few blocks higher, about maybe 6 blocks, you might die. No, you might lose life, sorry, not die. So yeah, that's like technically the start of the whole thing. So, yeah. Usually I don't use my flashlight too much because I don't want to waste it. So now I usually go about 3 blocks higher. So this is always the problem when you're trying to build. So I usually go 3 blocks higher so I can have a lot more room. So now that I go to 3 blocks higher, I'll put one more after that because I can't place it right now. So yeah, so see, I'm just placing this block as an example at the floor to show you that if you place them on the floor around it, zombies have a glitchy chance of climbing up 2 blocks. They usually only climb up 1, but there's a glitch chance that a zombie will just climb up 2. There's no chance they'll climb up 3. That's why when I make a house really up high, I can put like I make a giant square at the top, and then I can put just like pillars on the 4 corners, and then upgrade the first 3 blocks. And those pillars usually don't get destroyed because zombies don't typically go for a pillar. They typically run where you're standing. So if you're like standing off to the edge, well obviously they'll run where you are. They'll just like completely swarm around the bottom of you. Daytime, zombies always walk. If it's nighttime and then it becomes daytime and there's a running zombie, he'll actually stop and then start walking. So yeah, so I'm just gonna end off here. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like, comment down below some good tips, what I should do and what I should improve on. Thanks and see you next time.